Yo, chat, if Emberlily is actually in stock, I will commit acts of Emberlily is in stock? Yo, chat, if Emberlily is actually in stock, I will commit acts of Emberlily is in stock? Yo, chat, if Emberlily is actually in stock, I will commit acts of Emberlily is in stock? Yo, chat, if Emberlily is actually in stock, I will commit acts of Emberlily is in stock? Yo, chat, if Emberlily is actually in stock, I will commit acts of Emberlily is in stock? Yo, chat, if Emberlily is actually in stock, I will commit acts of
A small locomotive that effed up the others. It was a beautiful day, and the locomotive is pulling a train with a carnival. He's happy and red, which is an imposter among us. But then his engine broke down and he was sad. The people on the train had been pushed and got a flippin' elephant to pull, but he didn't move. Luckily, he did not stop on a level crossing with angry cars, trucks, and buses. The small locomotive that effed up the others. It was a beautiful day, and the locomotive is pulling a train for the carnival. He's happy and red, which is an imposter among us. But then his engine broke down and he was sad. The people on the train had been pushed and got a flippin' elephant to pull, but he didn't move. Luckily, he did not stop on a level crossing with angry cars, trucks, and buses. The small locomotive that effed up the others. It was a beautiful day, and the locomotive is pulling a train for the carnival. He's happy and red, which is an imposter among us. But then his engine broke down and he was sad. The people on the train had been pushed and got a flippin' elephant to pull, but he didn't move. Luckily, he did not stop on a level crossing with angry cars. He was stuck halfway up the mountain. He was about to give him up, when suddenly he... heard a loud whistle from a locomotive. It was a huge locomotive with 16 driving wheels, billowing black smoke, and it was a Union Pacific big boy. It had just returned from pulling a long freight train, so the engineer who was driving the circus train unloaded the locomotive. He said, "Please, can you pull a circus train for the kids?" And the big locomotive said, "What do you want me to pull for you?" I had just pulled a long freight train over the mountain. I had pulled a train for 14 hours with freight cars, lots of stuff, and a tail car. I would pull someone like you jerk. So he went to the unloaded the locomotive. He said, "Please, can you pull a circus train for the kids?" And the big locomotive said, "What do you want me to pull for you?" Roundhouse with his freight train. The tail car had, "Foo, you, a hole," written on it. Roundhouse with his freight train. The tail car had, "Foo, you, a hole," written on it. Roundhouse with his freight train. The freight train wasn't the only one. Then suddenly they heard the horn of a Leslie A200. It was another locomotive, not as big as the previous one, but bigger than a circus train. It was a Southern Pacific daylight diesel locomotive that was operating and driving while showing off its shiny orange-yellow paint. It was painted a beautiful, clean orange. The windshield wipers were cleaning the windshield, removing dust. It had just pulled an express passenger train all night, from 12 noon yesterday until 4 p.m. today. So the driver said, "Stop, or please stop." And the diesel stopped, but he wasn't happy. So what did he say? The driver said, "Can you pull us over the mountain?" But the diesel locomotive said, "What do you think you're doing to my train? I just pulled an express train. There I pulled it smoothly. With 13 passenger cars, I pulled a baggage car. And a Southern Pacific Orange Line passenger train with good air conditioning. And a sleeping car so passengers can sleep in comfortable beds. A dining car so hungry passengers can eat. A dome car so people can see. Big glass dome windows. And a lounge CA in the very end. And finally, I'm going to be forced to pull people like you. My cooling fan will break. Not stupidly dumpy, but he WF to them. Roundhouse with his coaches. Absolutely stupid.
"There's a small tank locomotive here," said the engineer. But he paused. "Are you having trouble?" he asked. "Can you get our circus train over the mountain?" And the train said, "I think I can. I've never been there before. I'm AJS Hunter, I'm a shunter for big-toed locomotives. Yesterday this big diesel locomotive was going on an overnight trip. And it needed its haulage work. So I'll move it. But I'll pull you for a break." The engineer was happy. So is the circus locomotive. Ah shit, I never go to the freaking mountain.
Stand up and face whatever you're afraid of. When pandemonium is all around.
Then you'll find out what it is you're made of.
If you will just believe it's true, then there is nothing you can't do. There's not a mountain that you can't climb. There's not a river you can make it over. There's no tomorrow that you can't find if you try. I know you're gonna make it.